celebrations here are unbelievable.
And welcome to Des Moines Menace Soccer on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Thomas Campbell here, going solo in the booth tonight as the Des Moines Menace take on Riverlight FC in the attempt to close out a 3-game homestand with 3 wins and complete an undefeated month of June. They take on the Riverlight FC team that beat them 1-0 last time out. But real quick, we've got some highlights to go to from last week for both teams. First up for the Des Moines Menace off of their 5-0 win against Sueno FC, capped off by Felipe D'Agostini's hat trick. There you see the first goal. He didn't strike that one great, but managed to put it in the back of the net. D'Agostini with 2 hat tricks to start his Menace season. Goal there, scored by Kenshin Uneo. And it was just a dominant performance from the Menace for the entire 90. But really during the second half when they scored 4 goals, goal there from Marco Manduzio. Then D'Agostini capped off the night with 2 goals late into the match, which allowed the Menace to go to the top of the Heartland Division standings. Manduzio playing the quick pass off to D'Agostini there on his second goal of the night. And that was what it was really all night. That was what it was like all night for Sueno. They had no response to the Menace. D'Agostini, 6 goals in 2 games with 2 hat tricks, having a brilliant start in 2 games for the Menace. Next we kick it over to Riverlight FC as they took down Chicago City SC 3-1. Logan Finnegan had 2 goals, adding his total up to 6 for the season. Nick Fernandez scored early in the 10th. Finnegan's goals came in the 19th and the 45th. And it will be very important for both of these teams to win tonight. The table is getting tight. The playoff picture is starting to come more into focus for each team. Riverlight beat the Menace 1-0 last time out, and it was a very late goal. Menace coach Troy McCarroll described it as a game that the Menace thought they should have won, but it just wasn't their night. And they, for the only time all season, weren't able to put one in the back of the net. We'll go to a quick break, and when we come back, we will look more at those USL 2 Heartland Division standings. You're watching Des Moines Menace Soccer on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Outdoor furniture season is here, and we've got you covered with the best selection in Central Iowa. We're featuring Poly Furniture by Berlin Gardens. Once you've seen the fit, finish, quality, and materials of Berlin Gardens Poly Furniture, it makes everything else look like it was built in somebody's backyard. We also have Iowa's best selection of aluminum, wicker, wrought iron, cushion, and sling. Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homemakers at 109th and Douglas.
Right now at DeArmond Ford Indianola, save big on new Ford F-150s. Get 1.9% for 72 months, plus up to $10,000 off MSRP. The game-changing new Ford Bronco with up to $3,000 off, including Conquest Cash. All month long, new Ford F-150s, 1.9% for 72 months, plus up to $10,000 off sticker. The all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola, just minutes south of the Metro. DeArmondFord.com.
If you play soccer, you've got to check out Soccer Masters.
For 35 years, they've been the place to get everything you need to train and play your best.
Soccer Master has a wide selection of shoes for players of all ages and all of the accessories you need to be game day ready.
And you can't forget their high level of service.
Soccer Master has all the things you need to play the game and support your favorite team.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
These former soccer players from Iowa now operate Kick It Forward. Started in 2012, it's a grassroots soccer organization trying to grow the game. They serve over 1,000 kids each year with soccer programming. They've also helped raise money to place 30 mini pitches in the state, and on top of that, they built a media brand to spread their mission.
And welcome back to Des Moines Menace Soccer on the Central Iowa Sports Network. The Menace hosting Riverlight FC to conclude this 3-game homestand within the month of June. Menace 2 wins out of 3 so far, looking to get that third tonight. We'll go ahead and take a look at the Heartland Division standings right now. Menace top of the standings for the first time all summer, sitting at 19 points. St. Charles FC closely behind on 18. Peoria and Riverlight right there at 17 and 15. And the playoff picture is starting to come more in focus. Chicago City knocked out, Sueño knocked out, which leaves 4 teams trapped at the top. Des Moines, St. Charles, and Riverlight already all having been played 8 games this season. Peoria with a game in hand and only a point behind St. Charles. And playoff picture coming more into focus. It would be massive for the Menace to get a win tonight, get to 22 points, possibly even push them into the playoffs. But then they have a very important week next week where they go to St. Charles and to Peoria, 2 really must-win games, but they're coming off a stretch of phenomenal play. Phenomenal play highlighted by our Menace player to watch tonight, Felipe D'Agostini. He's had 2 hat-tricks in 2 games, and in the first game, they were brilliant goals. In the second game, he was in the right position, doing exactly what he needed to do as that target striker, and he'll look to do that again tonight. I'm sure he would love a 3rd hat trick in 3 games. Can't say I terribly expect it, but you never know out of a player like D'Agostini, who's so quick on the ball. He's got an amazing touch, and it'll be tough for Riverlight to defend him and keep up with him, but they did a phenomenal job last time. And for Riverlight, it's Logan Finnegan. Finnegan had 2 goals in the last game, not quite matching D'Agostini, but has 6 goals in total on the year. And if Riverlight want to make the playoffs, this is almost a must-win game for them, as they've already suffered 1 loss, and every team that's really still in it only has 1 loss. Obviously, Peoria and Riverlight have the game in hand on St. Charles, who is in 2nd place, but that's where it just gets even more important as we wind down the stretch. Only 4 games to play left in the USL 2 season for these teams to try to jump into those playoff spots. With that, we will take a short break. When we come back, we'll have more analysis and the kickoff between Des Moines Menace and Riverlight FC. You're watching Des Moines Menace Soccer on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Hey, you two. We all want to be winners, right? The winning drive comes from choosing unleaded 88, a cleaner burning fuel made from corn. That way, we all win. Now give me some weight. That's the winning drive. Now let's go get some tailgating snacks.
Hi, Joe the Car Guy, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car is on injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible, so bring it here to Westside Auto. I have the team of experts that can fix every automotive injury, whether it's a fractured joint, a broken part, or if your car just got its bell rung. We'll do a complete physical to make sure your car is game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get you back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging out there. Move it, move it, move it.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Hi, I'm Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Outdoor furniture season is here, and we've got you covered with the best selection in Central Iowa. we're featuring Poly Furniture by Berlin Gardens. Once you've seen the fit, finish, quality, and materials of Berlin Gardens Poly Furniture, it makes everything else look like it was built in somebody's backyard. We also have Iowa's best selection of aluminum, wicker, wrought iron, cushion, and sling. Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homemakers at 109th and Douglas.
Summertime run in the 515. The air's getting thicker, the heat on the rise. Energy's sweet, I got a car we can drive. We got the perfect combination and a whole lot of time. We got a fever, burning hot in the scene. Good times in the city, yeah, we're living the dream. We're running up and down Grand, our love is non-stop. Iowa State Fair is the hot
spot. Welcome back to Des Moines Menace Soccer on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Menace taking on Riverlight FC, and we have the starting lineups for both teams tonight. First for the visiting Riverlight. Starting in the net is number 32, Owen Cornell. A back three consisting of number 4, Thomas Slawick, number 2, Ryan Quintos, number 19, Gavin Netzel. A midfield quadruple of number 17, Alex Barger, number 10, Andrew Check, number 23, Axel Alejandre, number 6, Christian Baumgartner, and a front three of number 11, Logan Finnegan, 13, Blaine Mobby, and number 8, Anthony Bartlett. Switching over to the home Menace, number 22, Enzo Carvalho returns to the net since his last stunning performance against St. Charles FC. The standard back three from the Menace of number 19, Carlos Hernando, number 5, Max Broughton captaining the side, number 4, Mason Tatafu. Then a midfield 5 of number 13, Marco Manduzio out wide on the left. Number 3, Kenshin Uneo. Number 10, Catlego Machigo. Number 8, Mark Torellis. And then number 2, Julian Cisneros returns to the lineup for the first time since his red card. Then a starting 2 of number 7, Felipe D'Agostini, and number 14, Zay Cunha. And a pretty standard lineup for the Menace tonight. One change including Julian Cisneros replacing Genny Kenyane. Kenyane had played well, but Cisneros returning from his red card suspension. First game since the Menace's last away trip. And very different lineup for specifically Riverlight tonight from the first time that they played the Menace. A lot of players changing out. But the player to watch, as we talked in the open, is Logan Finnegan. He's fast, he'll get down the field, and he scores goals. He leads the team with 6 on the year. Then number 8, Anthony Bartlett, is the only player who's played all 8 games for Riverlight FC. So those are 2 players to watch going into this game that will really make an impact and threaten that back line of the Menace. A back line that through the past 2 weeks has not really been threatened outside of late in the St. Charles game. They had a fairly simple night last week out against Sueño. They kept Victor Koiber's sheet clean, and now it's their turn to keep Enzo Carvalho's sheet clean. Carvalho played wonderful against St. Charles FC. He scored a penalty and really did just an overall phenomenal job in that game. Player to watch tonight for the Menace outside of Felipe D'Agostini is number 13, Marco Manduzio. He's been D'Agostini's supporting role in the game against St. Charles. He scored a beautiful free kick and had an assist as well, and he had an assist last week and a goal against Sueño, so he's the player to watch out wide. He's very fast, he'll get down the field, but he's also very good in the defensive role in that he will track back and make tackles. With that, we will take a break for the national anthem, and when we come back, we will have the kickoff between the Des Moines Menace and Riverlight FC. You're watching Des Moines Menace Soccer on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
The Menace are led by head coach Coleman McCarroll, who's assisted by Austin Dachauer.
Hi, Joe the Car Guy, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car is on injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible, so bring it here to Westside Auto. I have the team of experts that can fix every automotive injury, whether it's a fractured joint, a broken part, or if your car just got its bell rung. We'll do a complete physical to make sure your car is game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get you back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging out there. Move it, move it, move it.
Great savings on all Chevrolet and GMCs at DeArmond Automotive Knoxville. New 2024 Silverado 1500 double cab starting at only $41,799. Receive up to $8,500 off a new 2024 Sierra 1500 Elevation and the 2024 Silverado 1500 crew cabs with up to $9,000 off MSRP. Save big now on all new Chevrolet and GMCs in Knoxville, Iowa. DeArmondChevyGMC.com.
Oh, sing us our star-spangled banner, for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome back to Des Moines Menace Soccer on the Central Iowa Sports Network. You just heard the national anthem performed by the Des Moines Gay Men's Choir here on Pride Night. To end this June month of Pride, the Des Moines Menace are sporting special Pride jerseys made by their New Jersey sponsor Hummel, and we want to wish everyone who celebrates a happy Pride Month. We are just about to get ready to kick off here tonight between the Des Moines Menace and Riverlight FC. Should be a very exciting game between two teams who are at this point familiar with each other. It was a frustrating game for the Menace last time out just a month ago in Chicago, but they prepare to get a little bit of revenge tonight against Riverlight, and it's incredibly important to win this game as these teams are so close in the standings. We talked about that earlier. Playoff pictures starting to come into view, and it's very important for the Menace to get this win and to close out this homestand 3-0. And to do that, they will likely need another solid night in the back from Carlos Hernando, Max Broughton, Mason Tatfu, and Enzo Carvalho, which for the most part they had in the last game. They only lost 1-0 thanks to a late goal for Riverlight FC. And more of what they'll need is Felipe D'Agostini making his impact felt. He's been phenomenal in the first two games he's played for the Menace this season, scoring 6 goals, and that was the problem in the first game out against Riverlight FC, is that they were just stymied by the Riverlight defense, who hasn't given up a lot of goals this season. In fact, have only given up 12, but Riverlight does not score a lot. They've only scored 17 goals in the season. That's 4th in the conference compared to St. Charles's 30, Menace's 24, and Peoria City's 23, but important for the Menace to get out to a fast start early and not leave it till late like they did last time out against Riverlight. And that's a problem for the Menace that's happened all season, is when they leave games too late, teams grow into the match. St. Charles grew into the match a lot, scored 2 within the last 70 minutes, or last 20 minutes of that game just 2 weeks ago. And obviously Riverlight scored in the 94th to take the win against the Menace last time out. So the Menace will need an early goal, something that they've been very strong at doing lately. They've scored at least once within the first half in the last 3 games of this 3-match homestand. It'll be important to see how D'Agostini and Cunha can attempt to get on the board early for the Menace. Will be Des Moines to kick off tonight, sporting those white Pride jerseys, thanks to Hummel with their black shorts. Riverlight in their road blues tonight. We are just getting ready to kick off here tonight. The last game of June, Menace looking for a perfect 3-0 before heading to St. Charles and Peoria to kick off July. About to get underway in a top 4 matchup in the Heartland Conference, just waiting for the ref's whistle. Ref gives it a blow, and we are just set to get underway. We are. Mashigo back to Hernando. Uneo. Line for D'Agostini. Netzel back to Cornell. Trellis intercepts. D'Agostini. Uneo. Anduzio now with it on the line. Uneo looking to get it into D'Agostini as it pinballs around. Off the foot of Alejandre. All the way back to Max Broughton, his first touches of the night. So solid in the defense for the Menace this season. Menace several players who already have familiarity playing for the same college teams, including two in the back being Max Broughton and Carlos Hernando, both West Virginia Mountaineers, as well as two in the midfield with Julian Cisneros and Mark Torellis, both Loyola Chicago Ramblers. Those connections have been very important all year. Before his red card, Cisneros was playing very well. That was out to Tatfu. Cunha. Cunha plays through the dummy of Tatfu. Cunha just bodied off the ball there. It's out for the first goal kick of the night to be taken by Owen Cornell. Cornell will look deep on this goal kick. Hit away by Broughton. Way back to Cornell. And with that high block early, that's been very characteristic of the way they've played this year, not trying to let any team play out of the back. Ball over top for Finnegan. Deflected away by Tatfu. There for the first Menace throw-in of the night, off the foot of Tomas Slavic. Throw-in to be taken by Julian Cisneros. Agostini unable to get off of Ryan Quintos as he heads that away. Cisneros. Torellis over to Cisneros, out of bounds. Pressure there coming from Alejandre. Now takes it away. Torellis. Cunha looking to head it on to Oneo. Alejandre takes it away. Back to Slavic. Now looking for Baumgartner. Oneo. Manduzio down the line. Manduzio has space. The ball in. Cunha unable to get a foot on it. Cisneros was running towards the back post, almost so can't get a foot on it. Early chance there for the Menace to open their tally just 3.5 minutes into this game. Out though for a Riverlight goal kick. We'll take another look at that. Marco Manduzio just breezing by Baumgartner. Played a brilliant ball in. Zane Cunha just unable to get his foot on it, along with Julian Cisneros. Missing it by a hair as well. And it's already looking dangerous in this match. Whereas Riverlight has been patient, haven't shown really any urgency to get up the field to this point. Headed away. D'Agostini. Cunha the ball in. Quintos flying over. Deep in for Finnegan. Broughton deals with it well. Tatafil. Cisneros. Torellis stolen away. Maybe. Up to Finnegan. Finnegan. Finnegan the shot. Carvalho the save. Enzo Carvalho making his impact felt early just like he did, but here's Bartlett. Shot there from Alejandre. Pinballing around. Baumgartner dealt with well by Enzo Carvalho. Take a look at that save from Enzo Carvalho off the foot of Logan Finnegan. Finnegan looking to go back post there. Carvalho up to the challenge. Corellis. D'Agostini. Agostini getting stopped up there by Baumgartner. Out for a Riverlight throw-in. Or sorry, out for a Menace throw-in. Off the foot of Riverlight's Baumgartner. Manduzio pops it up. Hernando. Back to Broughton. Out to Hernando. Menace showing some patience, not trying to force anything. Most goals scored against the Menace have come off the counterattack against the run of play. Here's Cunha, drifting out of position. D'Agostini. Netzel gets him off the ball. Check going forward with it. Maybe. Finnegan. Wide for Barger. Down into Finnegan. Finnegan in an offsides position there. Gives the ball right back to the Menace. First offside of the game. That Menace back line playing so high. That's been a great risk for teams so far this season. Uneo. Ball attempted to play in. Shouts of handball from Riverlight, but it will fall to the feet of Enzo Carvalho. Broughton. Broughton in deep for Cisneros. Cisneros, a foot race. Slawik wins it away, though. Manduzio. Hernando. Back with Broughton. Broughton the ball in deep. Cisneros. Uneo. Now getting stopped up. Maybe up to Finnegan. Bartlett. Bartlett looking in for Finnegan. Hernando, a brilliant tackle, and sliding in there was Netzel. Now Logan Finnegan. Logan Finnegan dragged to the ground by Carlos Hernando, attempting to come back. And we do have a lineup change for Riverlight that was made before the game. Fortunately, we were not informed, but number 20, Darian Martin, is starting rather than number 17, Alex Barger. D'Agostini steals that away. Torellis, D'Agostini. D'Agostini was looking for Cisneros. Martin playing that off the foot of Julian Cisneros. Riverlight throw-in. Cisneros will let that fall out of bounds. In for Torellis. Quintos clears. Mashigo. Torellis. Torellis in behind. In an onside position. Ryan Quintos does well getting back. Tracking down Mark Torellis. Menace have been dangerous on long throws all year. Could attempt one. Right here is long throws on a narrower pitch like this. Can play more like a free kick. Torellis. Okay. Uneo. Cunha. Cunha the nutmeg. Quintos clears all the way back to Max Broughton, who will give it back to Enzo Carvalho. 10 minutes gone. No truly threatening attempts from either team to this point. Manduzio to D'Agostini. Back to Manduzio. D'Agostini. Hernando back to Carvalho. Chased by Bartlett. Mashigo to Broughton. Tatafu. Cisneros. Cisneros taken to the ground by Darian Martin. Menace free kick. He'll play quick back to Broughton. Uneo. Mashigo. Mashigo dispossessed by Czech. Finnegan dispossessed by Broughton. Now with Manduzio. Manduzio fouled to the ground there by Anthony Bartlett. Broughton to Torellis. Tatafu. Uneo. Uneo getting around. Uneo looking for the shot off the foot. Manduzio looked to crash in, but Cornell was there to intercept. Bartlett. To Netzel. Uneo. Acuna. Uneo. D'Agostini. Taken away by Netzel. Both teams playing with a back three tonight and having the wing backs come back with that offense. That ball in for Logan Finnegan. Finnegan just too strong there, taking down Max Broughton. Free kick for the Menace incoming. Neither team had any really threatening chances, but the Menace dominating possession so far tonight. Tatafu. To O'Neill. Back to Broughton. Broughton being chased by Maybe. D'Agostini. Uneo. Tatafu. Menace have really worked that right side. Snares back to Oneo. Cunha. Headed away by Slavic. He finds its way back to Catlego Mashigo. Mashigo. Cunha receives that pass in an offsides position. Wasn't expecting it. Was trying to get back on sides, but had the ball fall to him. Unfortunate offsides call, the first of the night for the Menace. Owen Cornell sends that deep for Maybe. Tatafu. In deep, it's Cunha running onto it. Cunha back to it now. Now some fancy footwork getting around the defender. Cisneros. D'Agostini cleared away by Alejandre. Check. Off the foot of D'Agostini. Back to Cornell. Netzel. Netzel looking in behind for Bartlett. Bartlett fouled there by Marco Manduzio.
Menace fans, did you know that Soccer Master is one of the largest soccer specialty stores in the country? Make sure to stop by their Urbandale location the next time you're in need of your next pair of cleats, shorts, or jerseys. Soccer Master is a proud partner of Menace Soccer.
Netzel to take this free kick. Switches field. Slawick. Back to Cornell. Floats that. D'Agostini giving chase. Cornell manages to find check there on the low bouncing ball. Alejandre. Plays it off Maybe. Looking for Martin, out of bounds. Menace throw-in. Quick to Torellis. Torellis loses it. Check. To Bartlett. Alejandro. Alejandro with the spin. Deep ball in behind for Baumgartner. And Dutio intercepted but couldn't keep it. Brought in there. Menace now on the attack. Cunha lets that fall all the way back to Slawik. Riverlight having more of the possession within the last 5 minutes than they had earlier in the game. Ball in for Finnegan. Also Martin taken away by Cisneros. Martin. Maybe. Lays it off for Finnegan. Finnegan working against Mason Tatfu. Logan Finnegan leading Riverlight in scoring with 6. Back to Alejandro, who will set all the way back to Slawik. Slawik back to Quintos. Alejandro. Martin. Maybe. Looking for Bartlett, cleared away by Broughton. Wide Cisneros. Ball for Manduzio, sent back by Christian Baumgartner. Torellis. Hernando over to Machigo. Tatfu. With Broughton. For Hernando. Hernando unable to get to that sloppy giveaway for the Menace. It's about 18 minutes played in this game. Neither team showing any sign of threatening the other's goal mouth. Riverlight controlling most of the possession lately. D'Agostini appealing for a shove there. Doesn't get it though. Out for a Menace corner kick. Nonetheless. Menace throwing. Manduzio. Torellis. Torellis dispossessed by Czech, and here goes Finnegan. Finnegan, ball in for Bartlett. Broughton is there. Broughton gives the foul away with a collision with Andrew Czech. Max Broughton unhappy about that decision. Thought it was a 50-50 ball. Thought they both caught the ball cleanly. Max Broughton on the ground. Take another look at that. And it looked like both players stuck a foot out to get it. Just happened to catch each other. Surprised on the decision for the foul there. Thought both players got the ball as well. Medic out for Max Broughton would be a really horrible loss for the Menace should Broughton be out of this match, as he has been phenomenal all season. Broughton has been especially impressive over this 3-game home stretch. Was brilliant in the first 2 games against St. Charles and Sueño. Broughton is up. Looked a little shaken up to put pressure on that foot. Looks to be his right foot. That is injured. And he's headed to the bench, but no substitute gearing up for the Menace yet. So very possible. So the Menace will be playing with 10 men for this free kick. Looks like they will try to get Max Broughton back on, but until they do, Menace will be very vulnerable, missing their center back, playing with only 10 men on the field. Ball in, looking for Quintos. Quintos just wide off that free kick from Blaine Maybe. Quintos had won the race to the ball, was in an onside position, but left his shot wide. Menace vulnerable with only 2 in the back. Ketlego Mashigo playing in a more defensive position. Carvalho will clear. Dangerous challenge there from Anthony Bartlett.
Hey fans, tonight's your chance to win one of 2 throwback Menace Pride jerseys.
D'Agostini.
Manduzio. Our winners will be selected tonight in the 75th minute.
Ball played in for Cisneros. Can he keep it in? He does, but sends it right out of bounds. Was looking for D'Agostini. Felipe D'Agostini just unable to get to a position to reach that pass. Riverlight throw in. Playing with the man advantage, maybe. Back to Bartlett. Bartlett the ball into Finnegan. Tatafu mishandles the header. Finnegan has a runner with Martin, can't find him. Still with Finnegan. Check. Martin. Martin, the ball for Logan Finnegan. Enzo Carvalho to claim. Very dangerous opportunity there for Riverlight. Carvalho looks to be just wasting some time now. Waiting potentially for Max Broughton to get back in or for a potential substitute. Looks like the Menace do have someone gearing up to come in here. Likely would be number 15, Kyle Owen. Ball played in for Cunha. Torellis. Cunha. Zay Cunha making some moves. Falls to Torellis. Cunha. Cunha unable to get past Ryan Quintos. Cisneros has it touched out of bounds by Finnegan. And now we will see the substitution for the Menace. That will be the end of the night for Max Broughton. Kyle Owen replacing him at center back. Bad loss for the Menace. Check. Bartlett. Martin for Finnegan. Finnegan dispossessed by Tatfu. All the way up. Owen gets his first touches on it of the night. Torellis back to Tatfu. Owen, Manduzio. Sorry, Hernando to Manduzio. Ball in for Uneo. Baumgartner stops that. D'Agostini can't control the clearance. Baumgartner stolen away by Torellis. Manduzio. In for Torellis. It's megging Christian Baumgartner. But right there is Gavin Netzel. Send that out of bounds for a Menace throw-in. Marco Manduzio all the way back to Carlos Hernando. 25 minutes gone from this game. Nearly 25 minutes gone. Neither team too many threatening opportunities. Neither team has registered a shot on goal yet. Torellis. Uneo. Ball in. Cisneros unable to win it away from Quintos. Way back to Tatfu. Menace once again controlling the momentum after a short 5 minutes where Riverlight FC were much more on the attack. Owen. Wide for Hernando. Hernando in for Manduzio. Baumgartner taking Manduzio to the ground, or no? Foul goes against Marco Manduzio. Baumgartner did get his chest to it, but seemed to run over Marco Manduzio, but the foul against Manduzio nonetheless. Take another look at that here. Christian Baumgartner putting his shoulder into Marco Manduzio, but managing to draw the foul Ball was just a little bit behind where Hernando would have wanted to play that. Hernando, Cunha, way back to Mason Tatafu.
Go to menacesoccer.com for more information.
Owen, Hernando. D'Agostini. Manduzio. Marco Manduzio attempting to play it to a wide open Mark Torellis. Off the official. Go for a drop ball. One would assume this would be given right back to the Menace, and it will be. Given to Felipe D'Agostini. Now Ketlego Mashigo. Tatafu. Tatafu just bodied to the ground there by Logan Finnegan. Menace play quick. Uneo. Cisneros. Cisneros the ball in. Too high. Christian Baumgart with the head on it. Kept in bounds by Marco Manduzio. Now Torellis. Torellis unable to find Manduzio. Manduzio saying that was off the foot of Gavin Netzel. Ref doesn't agree. Out for a Riverlight throw-in. Baumgartner to take. Baumgartner, ball in for Finnegan. Finnegan pulling Mason Tatafu to the ground. Tatafu unhappy. Appears to want a card, but the Menace who will play quick. Hernando, Torellis. Back to Hernando off the header of Manduzio. Owen to Mashigo. Cunha. Cunha the ball behind for Julian Cisneros. That ball in, dealt with well by Gavin Netzel. D'Agostini was making the back post run. Cisneros. Uneo. Cisneros. Ball out of bounds. Cunha, or no, not out of bounds. Cunha was in an offsides position, just sitting back there before receiving the ball from Cisneros. Unhappy with the decision. Thought he kept himself even with the line. Linesman disagrees. Another offsides for Zay Cunha tonight. Now looking for Finnegan. Headed away, feet of Martin. Martin keeps it in. And off of Julian Cisneros. Finnegan. Working against Tatafu. They've had a battle all night. Gotten physical between those two. Out for a Riverlight throw-in. Maybe. Back to Slawik. Martin. Back to Bartlett. Bartlett. Dispossessed by Uneo. Uneo the ball behind. Dealt with by Netzel. Quintos. Back to Netzel. Owen gets the header away from Bartlett. Now with Uneo. Tatafu. Down line, Cunha. Cunha sliding in there, a collision with Slawik. Ball finds itself all the way back to Owen Cornell once again. 30 minutes played. Neither team really any attacking opportunities. Game looking very similar to the one played in Chicago just a month ago. That game ended poorly thanks to a 90-second minute winner from Riverlight. That ball in. Logan Finnegan. Baumgart. Deflected out of bounds by Baumgart. Throw in for the Menace. Owen. Hernando clears. D'Agostini had some space to work with had he gotten past Ryan Quintos, but Quintos is there to keep D'Agostini in check. Has done very well tonight. Felipe D'Agostini has not been as nearly effective as he was in the first 2 games this month. Manduzio loses it. Foul there on Axel Alejandre. He doesn't agree with the call. Ref said he was holding on to Manduzio's jersey just a little bit. Manduzio. Torellis. Way back to Kyle Owen. Mason Tatafu. Tatafu in behind for Uneo. Uneo losing it out. But the first corner kick of the night for the Menace incoming. They've been incredibly dangerous on set pieces this season. Will be Marco Manduzio to take this free kick. Manduzio, the left footer, will be able to play in an in-swinger. Manduzio. Trell is looking to get ahead on it. Cleared away by Czech. Maybe he has space. Bartlett. Bartlett taken to the ground there by Julian Cisneros. No foul. Cunha dispossessed by Martin. Bartlett sent out of bounds. Kenshin Uneo. Riverlight attempting to attack against the run of play. Bartlett. Back to Martin. Slawick. Alejandro. Cornell in for Baumgartner. Manduzio does well now with Torellis. Torellis captaining the side with the absence of Max Broughton early into this game. Axel Alejandre just caught there with the clearance. Never somewhere that you like to see a player get hit. Little pause in play there, though, for Menace players. And Duccio to take this throw in. Uneo. D'Agostini. And Duccio. And Duccio the cross. Cunha the shot! And it's brilliant! Zay Cunha opens the scoring for the Des Moines Menace 33 minutes into this game. Absolutely phenomenal from Zay Cunha from the top of the box. The left-footed strike found the top left corner. Nothing there that Owen Cornell could have done with it. Menace 1, Riverlight 0. Go ahead and take a look at the replay of this phenomenal goal. No, don't quite have it, but Zay Cunha, the perfect strike, just guiding it into the top left-hand corner, putting the Menace up 1-0, 34 minutes into this half. And it was really the only attacking opportunity the Menace have had all night. The first shot on goal and the first goal for the Menace. Zay Cunha returns to the starting lineup and immediately gets his goal. Brilliant way to impress Coach Troy McCarroll. He was looking to with the absence of Edry Caceres tonight. Slawick. Ball in. Martin can't keep it in. Assist on Cunha's goal coming from Marco Manduzio. Manduccio makes it a 3rd game in a row with an assist for the Menace. Tatfu. Cunha. Cunha just holding off Slawick there, but will be called for the foul. Had his arm wrapped around him. Check. That called off by the official, telling Zay Cunha to give Czech his space on the free kick. Should have a healthy amount of that added time with the injury to Max Broughton. Czech in deep, looking for Finnegan. Finnegan on the end of it. Cisneros takes it away. Finnegan regains possession. Maybe. Finnegan. Finnegan with the nutmeg, and he's taken down, drawing the foul in a dangerous position for Riverlight. The chance to equalize now. Bring this back to a 1-1 game. Was maybe taken to the, or no, Finnegan taken to the ground there as he attempted to slide that pass through to Blaine Maybe. It is Maybe along with Darian Martin standing over this free kick. Maybe with the in-swinger, Martin with the out-swinger. Maybe, ball into the box. Headed away by Tatfu. Not out yet, Finnegan. Manduzio steals it away, Cisneros. D'Agostini. D'Agostini, ball in for Cisneros. Czech does well to get back. Attacking opportunity not over the Menace. Now it is cleared away by Alejandro. Sent back in, Cunha. Cunha has some space. Andrew Czech doing well there. Bartlett. Martin. Kyle Owen getting a foot in there, does brilliantly. Only back to Andrew Czech though. Zuneo. Ball in for D'Agostini. D'Agostini gets ahead to it. Unable to keep it. Quintos to Alejandro. Martin. Bartlett. Alejandro. Back to Quintos. Ball switched in for Maybe. Tatfu unable to control it. Maybe still on the ball. Looking for Finnegan. Finnegan manages to keep it in. Christian Baumgart. Baumgart the cross. No one even remotely in the area code, but Bartlett back on to receive it off the poor touch from Mason Tatfu. Bartlett the shot. Enzo Carvalho does well again. Falling to his right side off the quick shot from Anthony Bartlett. Take a look at that here. Cross coming in from Christian Baumgartner. Tatfu didn't deal with it well. Anthony Bartlett was right there. Now Christian Baumgartner shoves Catlego Mashigo to the ground. No call. Maybe just a little too much of a physical play there for Mashigo. Martin dispossessed by Uneo. With Cisneros. Touched out of bounds there by Andrew Czech, out for a Menace throw-in. 5 minutes left to play. Taking a break for a Riverlight player to tie his shoe. Should have a healthy amount of added time in this first half.
CBRE Des Moines is the region's leading commercial brokerage, valuation, and project management services firm in Iowa and is a proud partner of Menace Soccer. Learn more by visiting CBRE.
Cisneros on the throw-in for the Menace. Ball played in by Mashigo. Now Alejandro. Martin into Maybe. Maybe in behind for Bartlett. Out to claim is Enzo Carvalho. Winning the race against Bartlett by just under a second, it felt like. Bartlett was right there. Hernando Torres. Else looking for D'Agostini, sent out of bounds by Alejandre. Getting late into this first half. Anduzio back to Hernando. Owen. Uneo. Cisneros will find Uneo behind. Uneo has space. Cuts in. Cisneros. Cisneros in for D'Agostini. No one there except for the Riverlight defender. Out to Manduzio. Baumgartner takes it away and draws the foul on Marco Manduzio. Just clipping Baumgartner on that clearance. Free kick here for Riverlight. Baumgartner. Unable to keep it in off the pass from Blaine Maybe. Out for a Menace throw-in. Menace probably only a few more chances to get forward in this half. Only 3 minutes plus added time left to play. Owen to Tatafu. Cisneros. Uneo. Uneo into Cunha. Cunha, the goal scorer. Cisneros now. Into Oneo. Oneo managing to keep it in. Cleared out of bounds by Darian Martin. It will be Cisneros to take this throw in. 2 minutes left to play, plus added time. Torellis. Cisneros. To Mashigo. He'll find Cisneros through. Cisneros unable to keep it in. Ball clearly crossing into that orange border surrounding the end lines. Cornell. Alejandro. Ball sent all the way back and out for a Riverlight throw-in. Baumgartner. Baumgartner was looking up for Bartlett, loses it out of bounds off the foot of Marco Manduzio, or off the head of Marco Manduzio. Christian Baumgartner to take this once again. As we repeat the throw-in. Down looking for Finnegan, headed away by Hernando. Pinballing through the air. Cunha. Lays it off, Cisneros. Has Uneo out wide. Uneo into the box. Lays it off for Cunha. Back to Hernando. Tatafu. Tatafu the ball in. Headed away there by Thomas Slawick. Way back out to Andrew Czech. Czech sends it off of Mason Tatafu for a Riverlight throw-in. Alejandro. Finnegan has space. Finnegan has time. Finnegan cuts in. The shot. No problem there for Enzo Carvalho. Logan Finnegan not striking it how he would have liked to off of his left foot. Carvalho just holding. So we have 4 minutes of added time thanks to the goal and the Max Broughton injury. Torellis, Uneo. D'Agostini lays it off for Uneo. Uneo tackled to the ground. Manduzio on the end of it, though. Manduzio already assists the cross in. Cisneros back into the mixer. Bartlett all the way back to claim for Riverlight. Now has check. D'Agostini back to win the ball away. Tatafu. D'Agostini. D'Agostini loses it out of bounds. Off the foot of Tomas Slavic. Cisneros to take this throw in. Shigo. Hernando. Hernando into D'Agostini, headed away by Netzel. Baumgartner stealing it away. He has time, he has space, he has runners. Ball played all the way across the field for Martin. Darian Martin was looking in for Blaine maybe. Bartlett. Ball in. Unable to find the head of Gavin Netzel, out for a Menace goal kick. Carvalho sending everyone deep on this goal kick, looking to relieve some of the pressure the Menace have been under during this added time period. D'Agostini headed away by Baumgartner, misplaced by Carlos Hernando. No harm there. Slawick to Martin. Slawick. Into Martin. Martin the ball in, looking for Finnegan. Carvalho to claim. That will do it for the first half of play here between the Des Moines Menace and Riverlight FC. Menace lead 1-0 thanks to the brilliant goal from Zay Cunha. When we come back, we will have highlights from the first half. You're watching Des Moines Menace Soccer on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Save on all new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Rams this spring at DeArmond Automotive, Knoxville, Iowa. New 2024 Ram Quad Cab 1500 starting at $41,990. Up to $12,000 off on new Jeep Gladiators. New 2024 Grand Cherokee Limited only $45,990. And 2024 Ram Crew Cab 2500s only $52,990. DeArmond Automotive, Knoxville. Located just minutes from the Metro.
Hey, you two, we all want to be winners, right? The winning drive comes from choosing unleaded 88, a cleaner burning fuel made from corn. That way, we all win. Now give me some weight. That's the winning drive. Now let's go get some tailgating snacks.
If you play soccer, you've got to check out Soccer Master.
For 35 years, they've been the place to get everything you need to train and play your best.
Soccer Master has a wide selection of shoes for players of all ages and all of the accessories you need to be game day ready.
and you can't forget their high level of service.
Soccer Master has all the things you need to play the game and support your favorite team.
Welcome back to Des Moines Menace Soccer on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Menace lead Riverlight FC 1-0 thanks to a brilliant goal in the first half from Zay Cunha. But outside of that, it was a relatively tame game for both sides. That goal coming on the Menace's only shot of goal on the half, whereas Riverlight had a few, but Enzo Carvalho standing strong and being up to the challenge. Menace suffered a massive blow to their back line, losing captain Max Broughton only 20 minutes into the match thanks to an ankle injury. He was replaced by Kyle Owen, who's played fairly well up to this point, but been a relatively tame match, very back and forth, but neither team having too many opportunities. Those that have been had by Riverlight have not been wonderful outside of the one shot from Anthony Bartlett that Enzo Carvalho did well to push to the side. But as I've said plenty times, it's been a tame match. Neither team showing too much urgency. Menace now 1 goal in the lead and not trying to give up any kind of goal off of the run of play, which they have done several times during this season. And it's incredibly important for the Menace not to give up a goal here, as they lead the Heartland standings right now on 19 points, and getting to 22 would get them close to willing themselves into the playoffs. We will take a quick break here, and when we come back, we will have highlights from the first half. You're watching Des Moines Menace Soccer on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
The $25 gift card to Shields goes to ball number.
Hey, you two, we all want to be winners, right? The winning drive comes from choosing unleaded 88, a cleaner burning fuel made from corn. That way, we all win. Now give me some weight. That's the winning drive. Now let's go get some tailgating snacks.
Hi, I'm Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Outdoor furniture season is here, and we've got you covered with the best selection in Central Iowa. We're featuring Poly Furniture by Berlin Gardens. Once you've seen the fit, finish, quality, and materials of Berlin Gardens Poly Furniture, it makes everything else look like it was built in somebody's backyard. We also have Iowa's best selection of aluminum, wicker, wrought iron, cushion, and sling. Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homemakers at 109th and Douglas.
Great savings on all Chevrolet and GMCs at DeArmond Automotive Knoxville. New 2024 Silverado 1500 double cab starting at only $41,799. Receive up to $8,500 off a new 2024 Sierra 1500 Elevation and the 2024 Silverado 1500 crew cabs with up to $9,000 off MSRP. Save big now on all new Chevrolet and GMCs in Knoxville, Iowa. DeArmondChevyGMC.com.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Hi, Joe the Car Guy, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car is on injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible, so bring it here to Westside Auto. I have the team of experts that can fix every automotive injury, whether it's a fractured joint, a broken part, or if your car just got its bell rung. We'll do a complete physical to make sure your car is game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get you back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging out there. Move it, move it, move it.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Welcome back to Des Moines Menace Soccer on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Menace leading Riverlight FC 1-0. We have some news from the other side of the Heartland Division. Peoria City taking on St. Charles City tonight. Or St. Charles in St. Charles. Peoria leads 2-1 as they are in 8 minutes of added time right now. Look at the standings real quick. St. Charles just 1 point ahead of Peoria. Should the result hold, Peoria would jump up into second place. And should the Menace result hold, Menace would be ahead of them by 2 points, which makes next week's clash against St. Charles and against Peoria City just that more important. We'll go ahead and take a look at some first half highlights tonight from the Menace's first half against play. Maybe up to Finnegan. Finnegan. Goal tonight. And with this second half looming, the result in St. Charles, it makes it ever important for the Menace to maintain this lead. A draw would leave the Menace and Peoria tied at 20 points going into the crucial next week. And a loss, should Riverlight come back, would leave the Menace in second, 1 point behind Peoria SC, as well as leaving Riverlight just 1 point behind the Menace going into this upcoming important week. And it'll be important for the Menace to get more attacking opportunities. They didn't have a lot. Felipe D'Agostini was much more ineffective than he had been throughout his first 2 games in a Menace jersey this season. D'Agostini, of course, returning just 2 weeks ago from the $1 million TST, was playing for Inter Milan at that tournament, had a few amazing goals, some of that he has transferred to Des Moines this summer. Zay Cunha making his impact felt, though. He had the goal, he had the chance that we just showed you, and we'll look to do that again in the second half. We'll take another short break, and when we come back, we will have kickoff of the second half between the Des Moines Menace and Riverlight FC. You're watching Menace Soccer on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Hi, Joe the Car Guy, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car is on injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible, so bring it here to Westside Auto. I have the team of experts that can fix every automotive injury, whether it's a fractured joint, a broken part, or if your car just got its bell rung. We'll do a complete physical to make sure your car is game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get you back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging out there. Move it, move it, move it.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Welcome back to Des Moines Menace Soccer on the Central Iowa Sports Network. We are just getting set for kickoff here in the second half between the Des Moines Menace and Riverlight FC. You heard me talking about the game over in St. Charles. That has just gone final with Peoria City knocking off St. Charles on the road 2-1, which will move Peoria City to the top of the table at the time, lest this match should hold 1-0 to the Menace. Menace would retake their spot at the top and would lead by 2 points going into the ever-important match week next week. And I know I've talked about it a lot, but to stress how important it is for the Menace to hold on, they have to play 2 teams on the road who have almost as good of an environment as the Menace have here and will be tough outs at home. Peoria has not lost at home all season and would be incredibly hard to go on the road and beat them in the atmosphere at Bradley's soccer stadium when they have several Bradley players on the team. Peoria gave the Menace a lot of trouble in the opener. It was a game that played very similar to this. Menace got a late goal in the first half, but Peoria kind of just bided their time and waited to get back into this game, and that's what Riverlight's going to have to do. At this moment, this loss could potentially put them out of the playoff race, not completely, as they still have some important games left to play, but they really need to get at least 1 point out of this game at Des Moines on the road to give themselves a solid chance getting in, as they have significantly less draws than the rest of the table. They have significantly more draws than the rest of the table, less wins. So a point here is important. A win would be phenomenal for Riverlight, and the same goes for the Menace. If they can get a point, they will be tied for the lead going into this important week of matches with Peoria, with St. Charles. So this second half is absolutely crucial for both of these teams. It'll be interesting to see if we see any changes from Mark Dorelis or from Troy McCarroll. It doesn't look like it, or maybe one on the touchline right now. Looks to be, or hard to tell. Number 27, Hideto Gondo, is out on the field at this moment. We just are getting set for kickoff between the Des Moines Menace and Riverlight FC here in this second half. Hideto Gondo will be coming in his first game for the Menace, just signed this week, replacing Marco Manducio. Interesting change there for Troy McCarroll. Manducio was solid during the first half on that left-hand side, but will be Gondo taking over his spot. And Gondo will move out right for the Menace. Julian Cisneros will move out left. Second change of the night for Troy McCarroll, having to take out Max Broughton earlier in the match due to injury. We are underway here in the second half. Netzel. Maybe ball down the line for Baumgart. Owen. Taken away by Netzel. To check. Check. Martin. Ball play back. Martin has space down the line. Martin trying to flick it on to maybe. Mark Torellis guides it out of bounds. Out for a goal kick. Riverlight already showing much more determination to get down the field than they did in that first half. Just a minute gone. Carvalho. Gondo gets his first touches in a Menace uniform. Looking for Cunha. Alejandro unable to control. Uneo. Cisneros. Gives it for Torellis. Out to Uneo. Uneo has space. In behind. Zay Cunha. Cunha looking to leave it off. Hideto Gondo on the ball. Gondo unable to get a proper shot off, blocked away. Now Logan Finnegan working against Mason Tatafu. Loses it. Cisneros. Cisneros cutting in the shot. Controlled by Riverlight. Alejandro. Riverlight have numbers. Maybe. Loses it. Alejandro. Leaves it off for Maybe. Torellis there. Making the tackle. Dangerous opportunity for Riverlight. They had numbers. Unable to capitalize. They've been looking to play against the run of play all night. D'Agostini fouled there by Gavin Netzel. It will be interesting to see how the Menace approach this free kick. They've gone short on a lot of these all year. Not trying to play any long ball into the box, and it looks like they won't again here. Torellis. Fernando over to Owen. Owen out for Gondo. Gondo in behind for Oneo. Taken away. It's maybe foul there committed by Andrew Czech. Opportunity here for the Menace to throw one into the box. Ordinarily, it would be Marco Manduzio taking this. Or unsure if this is a free kick or whether this, no, appeared to have gone off the ref. I didn't see it. Must have just grazed him. Drop ball for the Menace. Torellis. Owen. Owen the ball in, looking for D'Agostini. Alejandro cleared away by Quinto. Bartlett manages to keep it in. Bartlett has Baumgartner. Maybe. Maybe he was looking for Finnegan. Neo clears. Torellis. Working against Czech. Field Finnegan. Down the line, Martin. Martin is in. Martin over the head of Carvalho. And Kyle Owen, the goal-saving header there. Getting back behind after Enzo Carvalho was chipped by Darian Martin. Neo heads that out. Riverlight throw-in. Very dangerous opportunity there for Darian Martin. Kyle Owen just getting back in time. Maybe sends that out of bounds. Was looking for Logan Finnegan. Rondo. Cunha. Now with Torellis. Torellis forward for D'Agostini. D'Agostini has it taken away. Gavin Netzel. So Mashigo flying in, making the tackle all the way back to Owen Cornell. Ryan Quintos. Axel Alejandro. It off, it's Maybe. Lane Maybe fouled there by Julian Cisneros. To be taken by Gavin Netzel. Back over in his more traditional right center back position. All up all the way down to the hands of Enzo Carvalho. Yellow card to Torres. Torres on the ball there. Gondo gives it away to Logan Finnegan. Finnegan working against Mason Tatafu. Tatafu up to the challenge.
presented by
Carvalho clears.
RE. It's also $1 hot dog night. Learn more at menacesoccer.com.
Slawick. Alejandro. Back to Slawick. Slawick looking in for Bartlett. Menace back three. Very effective with the ball at their feet. It's Torellis now. Uneo. To Cisneros. Cisneros to Uneo. Torellis. Torellis driving forward. Has Cunha behind. Quintos does well. Uneo. Uneo could not keep that low enough. It was bending down, but bending down not quite into the net. Out for a goal kick. First threatening opportunity of the second half for the Menace there. Cornell to take this. Will look to go deep for Finnegan. Owen the header. Cunha in a foot race with Netzel. Cunha wins it. Uneo. Gives it for Cunha. Back to Uneo. Uneo. Driving in. Kenshin Uneo. Shoved to the ground in a dangerous position. Once again, a free kick that poses some real menace for the Menace. Ordinarily, you would think Marco Manduzio, but he was subbed off at halftime. Brilliant run there from Kenshin Uneo. Now, here that ball just intercepted by Ryan Quintos. Mark Torellis thought he had Uneo streaking down. Sorry, Cunha streaking down. Will be Felipe D'Agostini to take this. D'Agostini has scored one goal from outside of the box this year, and it was brilliant. Will be an in-swinger. Likely will go towards the near post with this. D'Agostini, the ball in. Owen! Kyle Owen! Scores his first of the season for the Des Moines Menace off of the assist of Felipe D'Agostini. It was a brilliant ball to the back post. Owen up to meet it, and nothing that Owen Cornell could have done there. Phenomenal goal off the set piece. One of the many goals off of set pieces for the Menace this year. We'll take another look at that. D'Agostini, the brilliant arching ball to the back post. Owen went up to get it with Czech trailing. Czech did not go up whatsoever, and Owen just a brilliant header down into the net. Menace lead 2-0, and that is an ever-important second goal of cushion. But 2-0 is the most dangerous lead in this game. All it takes is one to get Riverlight the momentum back. Riverlight the kick. Quintos to Netzel. Netzel in for Bartlett. Hernando does well. All the way back. D'Agostini with it on his feet. Torellis. Torellis right back from Uneo. Now Mashigo.
That goal coming in the 54th minute. Assist to number 7, Felipe D'Agostini.
Carvalho. Ball in for Gondo. Gondo keeps it in off the line. There is Quintos to clear for Riverlight. Owen, the second goal scorer with it, back to Carvalho. Owen. Torellis. Carvalho, that ball in for Cisneros. Headed all the way back to the keeper by Netzel. Slawick back to Cornell. Martin, Slawick, taken away with Torellis. Owen switches play. Hernando with Carvalho. Mashigo.
Scan the QR code on the video board now, and proceeds will benefit the Iowa LGBTQ
To Oneo. Neo in for Gondo. Agostini sent out of bounds by Tomas Slawick. Gondo back to Oneo. Taken away. Check. Maybe. Back to Check. Check through for Finnegan. Finnegan has space. Slows up. Baumgartner, maybe. Mark Torellis doing well to fight it off. Two defenders taken away. Here's Netzel. Streaking down the sideline. Gavin Netzel. Ball into the box. Netzel went down. Bartlett cutting in. Bartlett, the shot blocked away by Mashigo. Cisneros sends it out of bounds off the back of Gavin Netzel. Out for a Menace goal kick. Riverlight just showing a little bit of desperation there. 30 minutes left for them to get back into this match, trailing by 2. Cisneros. Cunha's behind. Cunha wins it back. Leaves it for Oneo. Oneo has D'Agostini. D'Agostini tries to play it past Quintos. Quintos blocks. D'Agostini had the chance to get his 7th goal in 3 games. Gondo. Mashigo. Duoneo, heavy touch. Here's Czech. Czech was looking in behind for Finnegan. Gondo. Slawick guides that pass out of bounds from Gondo. Under pressure from Felipe D'Agostini. Cornell. Headed on by Finnegan. No one in the area. Gondo receives for the Menace. Hernando. Cisneros. Ball played through, intercepted by Netzel. Cunha back, looking to win it maybe. Where to check? Riverlight have numbers. So a foot race, Mason Tathu to the ball first before Logan Finnegan. Finnegan to Maybe. Maybe down into the box, crossing it in. Kyle Owen there to cut off the run of Andrew Czech. Substitutions coming in for the Menace. Can't quite see who it is, but it does look to be Kenshin Uneo coming out along with Zay Cunha. The substitutions being number 20, Robbie Mora coming into the game, and number 9, Ali Ramadan. Ramadan made his debut last week against Sueño, the Creighton Blue Jay. Robbie Mora, the Gonzaga Bulldog, coming into this game. Substitution also made for Riverlight. Number 26, Jethro Umange. Ball played in, headed away, Hernando. Ramadan, unable to win it away. Baumgartner uses it, ball played in. Mason Tatafu doesn't deal with it well, but Gondo there to receive. Mora bringing it forward. His first touches of the game. Slides in and behind. D'Agostini, the shot! Owen Cornell does well, getting down to his near post, out for a corner kick. Felipe D'Agostini starting to get into this match. His second shot on goal tonight. Brilliant ball played in by Robbie Mora there to give him the opportunity. It will be D'Agostini to take this corner. It will be an outswinger. D'Agostini headed away, dealt with well by Maybe. Only out to Gondo. Gondo loses it to Umange. Out of bounds. Menace throwing incoming. Will be Cisneros. Was looking behind for Torellis. Ramadan off for D'Agostini. Ali Ramadan, or no, not Ramadan. Robbie Mora, that ball cleared off the line by Gavin Netzel.
Shut up.
Chance to break. Check, unable to keep it in. Robbie Mora with a brilliant chance. The save first from Owen Cornell. Gavin Netzel managing to get it away. Now with Tatafu. In for Ramadan. Out of bounds though.
2 Menace substitutions. Number 20, Roberto Mora Arias enters the game, along with number 9, Ali Ramadan. They replace number 14, Jose Mena, along with number 23,
Netzel.
Kenshin Uneo.
To Maybe. Mashigo. Mark Torellis there taken down behind the play by Blaine Maybe. Menace likely to go short with this. Plays long instead. Down the line looking for Cisneros. Out of bounds for a Menace corner kick. Will be D'Agostini to take this. Will be an in-swinger this time. D'Agostini already an assist coming off a set piece from just outside of the box. The goal of Kyle Owen. Chance to make it 2 assists here. D'Agostini cleared away, out of bounds by Andrew Check, and we'll do that again. The ball going towards the front post. D'Agostini potentially looking for an Olympico there.
Let's do it one more time. The more noise you make, the more fire later this week.
D'Agostini, the in-swinger. Mange getting it away. Tatafu sends it all the way back. Mashigo is there. Bartlett giving chase. Gondo. To Mora. Out of bounds, Alejandre. To Umange. Quintos. Gondo in for D'Agostini. D'Agostini gets ahead on it. Sent away by Slawick. Only back to Hondo. Hondo. For Ramadan. Ashigo there. Gondo out wide. Torellis. Ramadan Mora. Back to Mark Torellis. Ali Ramadan. Through Kyle Owen. Carlos Hernando. Robbie Mora. Mora, the heavy touch. In behind is D'Agostini. Was in an onside position for Mora. Mora keeping it in bounds. D'Agostini. That touched out of bounds there by a Riverlight player. Out for another Menace corner kick. Just over 20 minutes left to play, plus added time. Can't imagine there will be much added time at this point, so Riverlight needs to get back into this game. First they have to defend this corner. D'Agostini will play the in-swinger. And just off the head of Carlos Hernando. Official saying out for a goal kick. Menace players appealing for the corner, however, that did fall off the head of Carlos Hernando. Rose up, attempting to just flick it on towards the net. Sent it barely wide of the post. Just over 20 minutes left here in Valley Stadium. Cornell in behind for Netzel. Out of bounds, Menace throw in. Riverlight careless in possession. Cannot afford to be with 20 minutes left to play. Ramadan is tempted to send that back to Gondo. Ball in for Logan Finnegan. No foul there as he appeals for it after having been pulled to the ground by Mason Tatfu. Out for a Menace throw-in. Gondo to D'Agostini. Slawick. Gondo. Maybe. Back to Baumgartner.
The 69th minute of tonight's game is brought to you by Larry's Windows. Larry's Window Services is providing high-quality cleaning services at a fair price all across.
Ball in for Logan Finnegan. Finnegan fouled there by Kyle Owen. Careless foul from Owen as Carvalho was out to clear. Or no, offsides the call. Logan Finnegan, maybe just a step or two offsides. Lucky there from Kyle Owen that Finnegan was in an offside position. That was a reckless challenge. Carvalho. To Ramadan. Ramadan out wide for Gondo. Gondo just sitting in an offsides position. Hideo Gondo clearly not agreeing with that call. Ref having a quick chat with Catlego Mashigo outside of your view. Slawick. And for Finnegan. Tatafu instead to meet it. Ball in, D'Agostini flicking it on. Robbie Mora. Felipe D'Agostini the save! Owen Cornell standing strong, keeping Riverlight in this match. Has had a few brilliant saves against Felipe D'Agostini. Out though for another Menace corner. We look again. The brilliant pass from Robbie Mora. An even better save though from Owen Cornell off the shot of Felipe D'Agostini. D'Agostini preparing to take the corner. No substitution. Two substitutions coming in. will be Ezekiel Padilla, replacing Felipe D'Agostini. D'Agostini not making his impact felt as much tonight as the past 2 games, however, did come away with an assist. Also entering the game for the Menace, number 12, Peter Pearson, replacing Mark Torellis. Less than 20 minutes to play. It will be Padilla just off the bench to take this free kick. Padilla, the right footer, will be an outswinger. Padilla headed away. Tatafu back to Mashigo. Finnegan giving chase. Carvalho clears. Padilla unable to keep it in. Check. To Slawick.
Hey fans, once again, don't forget to bid on the pride jerseys worn by our players on the field in tonight's game. Scan the QR code on our video board now.
Carvalho.
Benefit the Iowa LGBTQ Chamber of Commerce. The action ends at 9 p.m. tonight.
Deep for Ramadan, sent out of bounds by Quintos. Ramadan. Over to Cisneros. Mora. Hernando. Ball in deep from Hernando. All the way back. And it goes in! Owen Cornell over his head off of the foot of Carlos Hernando. Nearly from the halfway line. A brilliant goal from Carlos Hernando. Likely the nail in the coffin for Riverlight as they go down 3-0. Owen Cornell just misjudging that off the clearance from Carlos Hernando. I think that ball was supposed to be going in towards Ezekiel Padilla, but it finds the back of the net. Take another look at that here. Carlos Hernando just one time clears it all the way into the back of the net over the head of Owen Cornell. Cornell visibly frustrated after that. Knows that that has likely put this game out of reach for Riverlight with just 17 minutes left to play plus added time. Trio of substitutions coming into the game. Netzel, Bartlett, and Baumgartner being replaced. Sagir replaces Bartlett. Sorry. Sagir replaces Bartlett. Still looking for the other 2 substitutions. It will be Pavel Valkev. All played in, looking for Umange. Cleared away, sent in for Finnegan. Finnegan was in an offside position. Other substitution, Alex Nicastro coming into the game, both replacing the fullbacks. All in, headed on by Ramadan, looking for Cisneros. 15 minutes left of the 90. Another substitution coming on for Riverlight. Blaine maybe coming out. Being replaced by number 22, James Lynch. Umange. Lynch touches just onto the field, in for Finnegan. Logan Finnegan cutting inside. Finnegan taken to the ground by Hideto Gondo, and that's a penalty committed by Hideto Gondo against James Finnegan. Menace players clearly unhappy with the decision. Thought Finnegan went down a little too easily. Menace defenders need to be careful here not to say anything too rough to the ref. His decision cannot be changed, and they don't want to give away a yellow card, and they will. Catlego Mashigo receiving the yellow card for the Menace. Those defenders and midfielders have to be careful. Do not want to get a red under any circumstance going into the most important week of the season.
We'd like to remind you that refereeing decision was brought to you by our friends at Vision Park Family.
Menace players still clearly unhappy about the decision, but nothing they can do. But they have Enzo Carvalho in the goal. Carvalho saved a penalty 2 weeks ago against St. Charles. This to be taken by Logan Finnegan, looking to give Riverlight a lifeline in this game. Referee's whistle goes. Finnegan sends Carvalho the wrong way. Goal for Riverlight. Little interaction going on there between Finnegan and the Menace defense. Take another look at that penalty. Finnegan just sending Carvalho the wrong way, blasting it into the back of the net. And 2 goals with 13 minutes. This is not quite out of the question yet for Riverlight to try to find the 2 that would equalize this game. Menace have to be careful. They gave up 2 with less than 20 minutes left to play against St. Charles earlier this year. Tatafu being pursued by Finnegan. Carvalho will clear to Ramadan. Headed away. The way back to Tatafu. Tatafu back to Carvalho. Carvalho deep for Padilla. Now with Ramadan. Out to Gondo. Gondo the ball in. Played over top by Quintos. Out for a Menace corner kick. That was a dangerous ball from Hideo Gondo. Owen Cornell was coming out to get it. But Robbie Mora was on the end of that cross. Had Quintos not gotten a foot in there. Padilla to take once again. Will be an out-swinging corner kick. Padilla. Sent away. Here comes Czech. Yamange. Headed away by Pearson. Tamora. Cisneros. Cisneros hacked to the ground there by Alejandre. Cisneros in visible pain, following what really was just a reckless challenge from Axel Alejandre. And with that, Alejandre will receive a yellow card. Game starting to get physical and chippy. Just 10 minutes left to play of the 90. Pearson back to Hernando. Carvalho being pursued by Finnegan. Mora can't keep it in. De Castro early. Right back out, we'll do that again. Mora. To Ramadan, all the way back out to Gondo. Ramadan has space, has time. Ramadan the cross in. Check. Riverlight have numbers. Ball misplaced from Czech. Into Padilla behind. Padilla the volley over the head. And that most certainly should do it. Making it 4-1. Ezekiel Padilla on the score sheet once again, chipping Owen Cornell. And Owen Cornell, nothing he could do about that. Ezekiel Padilla, the brilliant ball coming in, managed to keep it down. And off the volley, getting the chip over the head, managing to keep it away from the foot of Thomas Lawick. Menace lead 4-1, 82 minutes played. Yellow card there, assessed to Robbie Mora. Not sure, must have said something to the ref. Sorry, not Robbie Mora, Julian Cisneros. Cisneros already has a red this season. Would be detrimental were he to get another yellow tonight, so he will play with caution during this last 8.5 minutes. Game back underway, Alejandro. To Lynch. With Finnegan. Finnegan taken down by Ramadan. Riverlight not quite out of it yet. Chance to play in a free kick from deep. Alejandro. Wide for Nick Castro. Quintos. Castro. Hernando heads it away. Back to Nick Castro. To Umange. Umange the ball in. Finnegan taken down once again. Sagir taken down. Umange. Ball pinballing around. Decision goes out off Finnegan. Menace goal kick. Finnegan and Hernando having some words. Wind starting to pick up here, but the wind picking up in the Menace's favor. Carvalho. Pearson taken away, Alejandro. Gondo in behind, Padilla. Padilla has his shirt pulled by Slawick. Ref gives the whistle, late whistle there. To be attempting to play advantage, no advantage was found for the Menace. Free kick in a threatening position.
Place those very last bids on tonight's jerseys. Outbid your neighbor. Make sure they're outbidding you.
Looks to be Pearson and Tatafu standing over this. Gondo coming back. Receives it from Pearson. Unsure of what the call was there. Ref just telling Peter Pearson to take the free kick farther back, wasting more time. Hideo Gondo now standing over it. Menace potentially look to put a fifth in the net off this. Gondo falls all the way back. Chet let it go out for a goal kick. 5 minutes left in the 90. Cornell wasting a lot of time on this goal kick. Time that Riverlight does not have to spare. All in for Sagir. Lost to Pearson. Now Gondo. Padilla. Can't keep it in there. Throw in Riverlight. Check taking Padilla to the ground. Padilla looked to go down just a little too easy for the ref's liking. Valchev. Sagir. Out for a Riverlight throw-in. Valchev to check. Valchev off the chest of Gondo. For Umange. Cleared by Tatafu. 4 minutes left of the 90. Should be quite a bit of added time with 4 goals occurring in this second half. Several substitutions. Lynch. Tapped out of bounds, Tatafu. Chin for Umange. No, Zagir. Out of bounds, off of Kyle Owen. Corner kick incoming for Riverlight. Their first of the game, but it's only happening in the 87th minute. Lynch to check. Check the hit. That kick, no good, even on the football uprights. Out for a Menace goal kick. Carvalho. Played up the field. All the way back with Quintos. Off the chest of Ramadan. Quintos goes quickly, looking for Umange. 2 balls on the field at the moment. Ref has not blown play dead. Cornell lucky, able to get back. Ali Ramadan tried to put one on target there. Valchev. Check. Finnegan wins the foot race against Mashigo. Finnegan. Great tackle there from Kyle Owen. Going down and sending it right off the foot of Logan Finnegan. Out for another Menace goal kick. 2 minutes left to play in the 90. Ref telling Enzo Carvalho to speed things up a little bit. Doesn't want to see any time wasting. Clock ticking down. Ramadan heads it forward. Valchev manages to keep it in. There's Owen. Offsides there on Logan Finnegan. Has been in an offsides just too many offsides position just too many times tonight. And has not created any real problems for the Menace during the second half outside of what drew the penalty in the goal. Carvalho. Headed away by Valchev. Pearson. Padilla. One away. Only at the feet of Ramadan. Ramadan goes down after a collision with several players. Looked to be Alejandro Lynch and check in on the tackle. We wind down to the last minute of the 90. Will be interesting to see how much added time we will have to play here. Looks like Hideto Gondo will take this. Gondo. Back post, dealt with well, Owen Cornell. Cornell throws it out. Castro unable to keep it in. Out for a Menace throw-in. No indication from the fourth official yet. Ball into Padilla. With Ramadan. Menace now just trying to kill time. Only 3 minutes of added time in this second half. 1 minute less. It's actually same amount as the first half. Cisneros plays the throw in. Sent away by Check. Logan Finnegan, the head on it. Foot race. Owen wins it. Carvalho clears. Slawick gets it away. Gondo wanted a foul there. Doesn't get it out, though, for a Menace throw-in. They have time to just tick away the last 2 minutes of the 3 of added time. Time-wasting yellow card to be applied to Hideto Gondo. Should add a bit on to this 3. Gondo for Ramadan. Ramadan heading it forward. Slavic clears. Straight up in the air. Foul there going against Mora. Just over a minute of the added 3 to play. Ball in for Valchek. Check for Sagir. Owen gets ahead on it. Owen clears. And clears right off the foot of Logan Finnegan, out for another goal kick. Less than a minute to play of the minimum 3 in added time. Carvalho to Ramadan. Check heads it away. Fouled there by Ali Ramadan. Quitos quick to Alejandro. Alejandro out wide for Umange. Julian Cisneros brought down to the ground by Nicastro. 5 seconds left of the minimum added 30. Will this be the last kick of the game? Will the official add any longer on to the minimum 3? Carvalho. Ref not blowing yet. Headed out of bounds for a Menace throw in far corner. Leaving it for Cisneros. 30 seconds past the minimum of 3 minutes. Ramadan. Ramadan into the box. Couldn't keep it in bounds. Owen Cornell out wide. Alejandro. No one there, falls to Kyle Owen. Carlos Hernando. Mashigo loses it to Logan Finnegan with Lynch. Lynch looking inside and intercepted by Peter Pearson. Out to Badia. Badia just unable to keep it in bounds for a throw-in. Tomas Lawick. Tatterfield. And Owen with the last kick of the game. That brings us to the end of this match between the Des Moines Menace and Riverlight FC. Menace win 4-1, getting revenge, avenging their earlier 1-0 loss to Riverlight this season. When we come back, we will have the Musco Man of the Match. You've been watching Des Moines Menace Soccer on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Right now at DeArmond Ford Indianola, save big on new Ford F-150s. Get 1.9% for 72 months, plus up to $10,000 off MSRP. The game-changing new Ford Bronco with up to $3,000 off, including Conquest Cash. All month long, new Ford F-150s, 1.9% for 72 months, plus up to $10,000 off sticker. The all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola, just minutes south of the Metro. DeArmondFord.com.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Hi, Joe the Car Guy, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car is on injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible, so bring it here to Westside Auto. I have the team of experts that can fix every automotive injury, whether it's a fractured joint, a broken part, or if your car just got its bell rung. We'll do a complete physical to make sure your car is game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get you back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it out there. Move it, move it, move it.
Hi, I'm Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Outdoor furniture season is here and we've got you covered with the best selection in Central Iowa. We're featuring Poly Furniture by Berlin Gardens. Once you've seen the fit, finish, quality, and materials of Berlin Gardens Poly Furniture, it makes everything else look like it was built in somebody's backyard. We also have Iowa's best selection of aluminum, wicker, wrought iron, cushion, and sling. Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homemakers at 109th and Douglas.
And welcome back to Des Moines Menace Soccer on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Menace winning 4-1 against Riverlight, avenging their previous 1-0 loss, thanks to goals from Zay Cunha. Sorry, I forget the rest of the goals, but Zay Cunha scored the first goal. Kyle Owens scored the second goal off the header, off the pass of Felipe D'Agostini. Carlos Hernando with the third goal, and Ezekiel Padilla with the fourth to give the win 4-1 to the Menace. Logan Finnegan had the one penalty in the second half for Riverlight, and it was all Menace during the second half as they dominated and held most of the possession. The Musco man of the match going to Felipe D'Agostini for his assists and just the attacking prowess he showed during the second half. His third Musco man of the match in a row following the two hat tricks. Didn't have quite the impact as he had last week, this week, but still did brilliant off the ball to get the Menace forward. We'll go ahead and take a look at some of those goals from the second half in just a minute. But as we do that, we'll prepare you for the ever so important games coming up this next week. First, the Menace travels to third place St. Charles for a rematch of 2 weeks ago's game. They will play them on Tuesday, July 2nd. Then, in just a short period of time, they travel to second place Peoria City in a game that could potentially decide who wins the Heartland Division. And following that, we'll be back in 2 short weeks as the Menace conclude their regular season at home against the Chicago Dutch Lions. Menace played really, really well tonight, especially during the second half. They did exactly what they needed to do, stifled the Riverlight attack, specifically Logan Finnegan, number 11, the player we talked about to watch. Really only had one major opportunity in the second half, and it was the penalty that he drew. We'll go ahead and take a look at some of those. D'Agostini, the ball in. Owen! Was not all, as Ezekiel Padilla managed to put one in the back of the net, chipping Owen Cornell. That will do it from us tonight here at the Central Iowa Sports Network. Menace win 4-1. Thank you for watching. From Thomas Campbell, we will see you in 2 weeks as the Menace take on the Chicago Dutch Lions.